So, good afternoon, sir. It's really great to have you on our channel, Polish
Yeah.
Dunya. So, today we have
I
Mr. Vivek Tuteja, the CEO of Endeavor Careers. So, he has been traveling with Endeavor Careers for the past 15, 16 years and has done his postgraduate diploma from IIM at Ahmedabad. So, thank you so much, sir, for giving your time and coming for the interview.
Thank you for calling me. Yeah.
So basically, first thing is, what are the key factors that you have that have influenced you to join the educational sector?
See, education, I won't say was something I really thought over. So when I was preparing for my CAT, I had started coaching for a couple of years, and I could see how students generally, so up post 12, when you go into graduation space, sometimes you get lost, and you see in each and every college when you are, people are of your level because they are all clearing those basic cutoffs. So people have their self doubts, and they're not willing to maybe give their best at such kind of next level of competition or the post graduation. So I was preparing for my CAT for my second attempt. So that's when I started teaching, and I got a flair for it. Got very good results before I joined in IMA, and then I was very sure that I will pursue my career in services as an entrepreneur. So media, education, these were two my key passion, and at that point of time, it looked like a good choice. So felt like that there is a gap we had very clearly identified because the results were coming good in those 2 years. So we started, and since then been 16 years in this service of students. Yeah.
Oh, that's really great! Wow. So yeah, coming to the institute that you have been working with, being the CEO at Endeavor Careers, what is your philosophy on leadership? How do you describe your leadership style?
Okay. See, philosophy of leadership and leadership style. So, if I say my leadership style will be more nurturing. Okay, so it's more of nurturing and letting team members, because you cannot be everywhere. You are in service industry, right? So it is a people's business. So it's more of nurturing and making people learn and set their targets and grow. Whereas if you talk about philosophy, leadership philosophy, I think there are 4 or 5 key ingredients. Number one being, working closely with customers. Okay, so even the senior most individual like me, I have to work with customers. So I interact with students on a regular basis. And throughout 16 years, there won't be a single year when I would not have interacted with maybe 200, 300 students at least. So, even if you are growing up now, this online has been a boom. So maybe I have interacted with 3,000, 4,000 students, but in offline itself, and across centers. So, per se, and when we're talking of interaction, deep interaction, we're not talking about hi, hello, just one-way communication. So people have, be it your counselors, your marketing heads, be it your operations heads, HR heads, be it our. So that's very, very important. Work closely with the customers because customers change. Because it's not that we are working with the same customer. The customer, wish us well, and they go forward to their careers. But the next set of customers come in, and they are anyway, the generational change is continuously happening. So work closely with the customer. Next is so when you work closely with customer, you have to be also willing to learn. Okay, so each and every member has to learn and grow, because otherwise the national it's not a government hierarchy organization wherein every year you will keep getting a growth even if you are not learning and growing. So since it's people business, if you're not learning and growing, you're stopping someone's growth below you. So you have to keep learning and growing. And as you're working deeply with customers, learning and growing, you have to innovate. Be ready to innovate, because if you're not innovating, things are changing. You'll lag behind. And finally, don't be scared of failures. Failure is the key thing. When you say we assign a lot of team members, we want them to grow, so they pick up responsibilities. And then they fail. So it's nothing wrong that you cannot switch or maybe pick another area to grow. but growth is important. So even if you're trying, so we are an organization, we keep changing the structure so that make everybody an opportunity to grow and together. So it has to be collaboration. So you are doing it together. So you can call it CLIF, CLIF, something like that. Whichever. So more these would be your 4 or 5 tenets of core philosophy within the organization, which we promote. Yeah,
got it. That's really nice. Yes. So continuing something on your institute, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of your institute? That is Endeavor Careers.
See, again, the first C comes into strongest here. Working closely with the customer. Since we are working closely with the customer and both these sales team, service team, as well as the academic team, both of them are working closely with the customer, so they are able to understand the gaps and add more products. 1 and 2 is change in the products. So what started as maybe a 6 or 7 module curriculum today is a 17 module curriculum, and every year we keep adding to that. We have added video lectures to it, and as the generation change happens, we realize, okay, this is a gap, which is because it's a combination of 3. Okay, so it is not just one. It is what we are training student is for aptitude. We are training students for is awareness, because they have to clear their interviews wherever they are going for their MBA or law or BBA. They have to be aware enough to participate in those programs, else they would not be successful there. And is thinking. These are all thinking man's jobs. So you have to work on their thinking, whether their problem solving is it's a part of the course. Aptitude is all about developing thinking. So whether they are able to think clearly. So in the combination of 3, so we keep finding the gaps. So if you see the entire GK product, has come up where it was never a part of our bouquet. It has come up because we realized there is a gap in the students' need. So that I think works very, very closely for us, as far as working closely, and the feedback is a very strong feedback mechanism. So right now in online, all the interactions we try to get feedback recorded. So all the lectures, so you get feedback recorded. So then in there itself, the problem is solved. That I think works well for us. A combination of working deeply with the customers and innovating, working on those feedbacks, collaborating, I think helps us create a right product, and that's why we are very, very confident about our current product offerings here.
Got it. Yes. So I see that the coaching style at Endeavor Careers is quite strong with great innovations. So continuing on that, how do you ensure the best development of students so that they may be able to crack their respective exams?
See, it's not a unidimensional angle. It's a multidimensional angle. First and foremost, what is important is content and pedagogy. So now this content and pedagogy. So before even entering a market, we take maybe 2 years to develop the product, content. So now what we offer in these programs like law entrance or BBA entrance and CAT entrance, these programs have matured over a period of time. So especially if we talk about CAT and CMAT, these have developed over 15-16 years. So very strong content, designed with your flagship content modules, which are supported by video lectures also, which now go complementary to all these students. And next comes in, your pedagogy. How is it, distributed? Now, pedagogy is designed in a manner that this content is very, very modular. So you're not spending more than 1 week, or maybe you're on any other topic more than 2 weeks to build that. So since it is modular, you are able to complete it. And this we implement through a simple philosophy of LADAR, which is lecture, assignment, doubt, assessment, revision. So when the modules are small, you are able to complete lectures. Every lecture has an assignment. Student has a preparation plan attached. So, when he's walking in, there's a preparation plan. Whether he's going for an online course or a live course, both the case, there is a preparation plan. And it is designed in a manner that you watch a lecture, there is or attend a lecture, there is assignment, gets your doubts solved, take your tests and get into revision. So as much possible, we have created this, modular, so each and every unit is complete. So step function, he keeps growing. And once it's done, you make him, go through the exam applications. So after the course, there is a strong module. Once you have got the foundations in place, you get a strong, a battery of marathons wherein you are practicing on exam level questions. So you are ready. And our test series is huge. If you look at our test series, it's a T, what we call internally is a T powered test series, which is, take homes. So you have a lot of take homes. So 50% of those, it's not that when in India, All India Open mock is happening, then only you get a test series. So you have take home test series. There are EOMs, which are our open mocks, national mocks. And then there are exact, which is exact based on the last year pattern. So, and this is huge, and support this with some one-to-one counseling, some GDPI, the webinars which keep happening on the GK subject, knowledge awareness. So, it's maybe a 5-6 elements which make it there. And each place we have owners. So, it's going in its own auto mode. So it's not that, somebody is getting something and somebody is not getting that. So that we ensure that is not there.
It's very interesting how you actually designed all the modules. It's like very, very much detailed. I mean, all the students must love it, especially the Ladar model, how you divided everything into modules and everything, the test series, and also the way
That's what we say. So if you're serious aspirant, I think, our tagline has been, if you're serious about your career, it has to be endeavor. So that seriousness, if there, then it is very structured. You can follow and, reach where you want. And if there are gaps, you can get a one-to-one also done and query solved. Yeah.
Got it. So coming to you personally, so what do you feel your roles and responsibilities to the institute and the students are?
My roles.
Yes.
My role, you are saying. See, my role and responsibility, I would say, is to ensure that we carry this DNA of Endeavor forward. So the core that, we don't get into any format. So the heart, which is, content, we are able to continue generating the right and perfect content for the students. Ensure we are able to, create opportunities for them to get the right awareness, okay, which is, required. And bringing the right set of faculties, in front of them so that they can continue delivering this beautiful work which we are doing, so that maximum students can benefit out of it. So, I would consider my core, because I am a fulcrum right now, mixing, all the three verticals. So, yeah.
Got it. So something more on your personal basis. When you started with Endeavor Careers, what was your vision for the institute and how far are you in implementing this vision?
The vision was very, very simple, which we still carry, which is, dream, endeavor, achieve. So what we wanted to say that if someone wants to have a flying career, we should be able to bring enough stories so that nobody, in the modern urban India who is, interested in pursuing a career from the academic perspective, feels that he has a limitation. So I think that we have more or less, very much aligned in all our courses. So every year you see people from vernacular background, the number of students whom I would have sent to top 6 IIMs from vernacular background would be definitely double digit, maybe more. So I'm talking of top 3, maybe, would be definitely more than double digit, same thing across. So I think what we have been able to, make it clear that, you create a content tool which, people are able to, maximum number of people are able to take advantage of it and, try to pursue their careers. And I think we are very close to it. And now we are thinking more in terms of global, how can we take this, internationally? So I think that is our larger vision. But the content, pedagogy, and the quality of faculties and the training programs which we have been able to develop, in the last 15 years, I would not, say that we are really behind our vision. Numerically, yes, maybe, a few years you do better numbers. You can talk about, yes, we could have done X numbers, but I think we are very close to, that point that, the compound effect is going to happen now. We are very close to that. We
That's
have perfected the core content and pedagogy, heart, which the heart of the animal is in place. Now rest of the things will start driving very soon. Yeah.
all right. It's really great to hear that you're actually achieving your vision.
Yeah.
Then, what do you think should be the institute's top priorities in the next 10 years? Let's say a long-term vision for the institute.
See, what Institute's vision for us very clearly is we have identified set of courses, okay, and who is our real mm, mm, customer? It is the students. So we
Students,
want
right?
to reach maximum number of students. What this technology has done us is, and with the video lectures and what we are seeing from students' reaction, they are able to replay the videos. They are able to so now we want to really work on this technology and create capture all the three layers of the market. So one is the students who want to prepare on their own because they want to have their own set of they want to add things to their CV. So you want to give them perfect solutions, keep improving and be it in place that it becomes completely automated, and get very good counseling service and career guidance also integrated in it, like which we have already doing in the form of one-to-ones, and even personalized out bundles are available. But making it cheap yet the most powerful content for students who want to prepare on their own. Simultaneously drive our live flagship programs, which continue engaging with the students on online platform. We want to maximum number of the student to reach to maximum number of students. It's not just the one limitation of the original model was it was very metro centric, or maybe tier A specific. But what we realized that if this content we can hand over to local edupreneurs and faculties and let them grow, and yourself be a pole which is also guiding them with faculty training programs. So we want to go aggressively in an edupreneur program, wherein we want to say that if you are a faculty and you want to run local education shop, wherein you want to sustain yourself and you can do X amount of job, so do X amount of the job. Why we can support you? So maybe collaborate more, add a lot of partners, and be ubiquitous to test prep in the country and globe. That would be our target. So when you talk about test preparation, you should only talk about Endeavour. That should be our vision through multifold and also physical setups, wherein we will be creating few center of excellence for classroom. Because if you're not engaging in classroom, we might disengage with the customer. We have to continue working closely with our customer. So
Yes.
a lot of work lined up for the next 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. Yes. So, is there something that you like people to know about your coaching institute that many of them might not know?
Ah, in one word, in one line, in heart, we are academicians. So that is something they should know, that if they walk into our place, you're talking to academicians who want you to achieve your goals. So not a commercial place. So I think that is what they should have it correct. Other than that, I think in bulk of this interview, I think we have shared
Yeah, that's right.
good amount of information of what we are, right?
Yes. So, can you name some of your institute's greatest strengths?
Greatest strengths.
Yes.
In terms of, I think what we train students for is, we make them very tensile. We make them, really slog. So because there is, because when you make them go through a ladder approach, what essentially you are saying is that if you're a 1.5 year student, you will be continuously in that loop. You will be continuously attending lectures and you will be continuously attending, having assignment. So one is, I think, perseverance, the whole name Endeavour. So we make them, if you're not willing to sweat, maybe, there are no easy solutions. So one would be that. And second biggest, I think, would be empathy. The way we empathize with our customers, and the kind of, what do you call, queries we get, and the kind of queries the faculty spends time internally discussing before giving the answers on, and standardizing it as much so that it's you're not falling in the trap of a people. So if one person is doing it better than another, so if you it's an Endeavour faculty, you're getting the same kind of guidance, and that training strength helps us achieve that, whether it is counseling, whether it is in classrooms, and that's what we are building in the online format. So these would be the three key strengths, making them persevere. Obviously, content and everything we have said, taken the pole position that yes, we have the best content and pedagogy, but you talk about the process of the journey, the endeavor, making them persevere on the way. Three is empathy, being able to empathize with the student, and being flexible enough. And fourth, very clearly, is your standardization as much so that nothing is lost in the translation. So from the the content heads to the delivery team, nothing is lost. So that is, I think, and across levels, which can happen in counseling as well as academic. Okay, institute selections. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you see? This is just a generic question now. What do you see are the biggest challenges for the higher education in general and for the coaching industry specifically?
I think one challenge is there, and which is the biggest challenge at all level, the way you look, is clutter. Okay, so it is the clutter. So whether it is a media clutter or whether it is the set of people who are the marketplace clutter. So people coming in and sharing so many options and so many things, or whether it is the influencer clutter. Okay, so you add this clutter, which makes it very difficult for a young audience, unless until he is guided very clearly that this is how you should work, to be more aware and find your ways. Okay, otherwise the audience will getting lost. And same thing with institutes and coaching, because they will also keep getting lost, because so much new is going to so the amount of money which is coming in EdTech we talk about now. Okay, suddenly it is fancy, so the money will come in and a lot of clutter will happen. Media clutter also is happening because of money coming there. Also, marketplace clutter is also happening. Educational institute privatization, the clutter is happening. So for the higher education as an industry, they will have to be very, very clear how to communicate it well, and ensure that the generation is able to be aware enough to think through and make the decisions. So I think for the institute also, they should not get lost, and the coaching sector also, they would certainly get lost, because with the technology and everything coming in and everything and the new ecosystem, what it is bringing is clutter of ideas, and so people can get lost. So it's one word.
Got it. Yes. So thank you so much, sir, for your time. You have given great insights about the institute and overall scenario, and how great Endeavour Careers is for all the students, how they can cater to every single aspect of the student, right from the start till the end, and then end their career in flying colors. So that was really great having you on our channel. So on the ending note, do you have any suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Continuation to the previous answer, be more aware, work on your awareness, be a yes person. A lot of things we don't know is conditioning coming from our family or our schooling or graduation, and they might not be always right when they are passing something to you. So be more aware, try to go understand the real maybe reason before jumping into it, and so that thinking process when you're making the decision, so research is part about it, researching various option, learning, continuous learning is very, very important. But when you're making those decisions, be more really aware about the motivation of those decisions also. Right? So yes, generally work on your awareness across, and also be aware when you're making that decision. So there are two awareness which I'll push through the students. Yeah.
Got it. Yes, sir. Yeah. Again, thank you so much. It was really great having you on our channel. and your great
Thank you.
insights. Yes.